Hello everyone, this is Dara here from the product team at Nurture, and in this video I'm going to go over how a student submits their work on Nurture alongside their confidence level and any personal comment that they have for their teacher. So with that in mind, I'm just going to move myself over to the left hand side of my screen and make myself a little bit smaller. So once the student is in their assessment on Nurture, all of the questions and the learning outcomes and the teacher attachments and any marking scheme, etc., that's going to be on the left hand side of their screen. And on the right hand side of their screen, in this panel here where it says your work for this task goes here, I can actually submit my work. So as a student, I have a number of options here to me. I can either type my answers directly here in Nurture. I could complete my work offline in a document, and then I could add that as an attachment. So you could upload it as a Word document or a PDF, for instance. Or if I complete the work by hand, I can take photos of it and submit those photos as attachments. So I have a number of different ways that I can submit my work in Nurture. Just a couple of guidelines though for students. We just want to make sure that they label or number their answers clearly, obviously to help their teacher. Make sure their handwriting is clear if they're completing it by hand. And as well, they can use various different options here. It's not like they have to use only one option here for submitting it. So if I wanted, I could complete part of my answer directly in Nurture, and then I could maybe do an essay, for instance, by handwriting and submit photos of that. I can do any combination of these options. But for this demo, I'm just going to show what it's like for typing their answers in Nurture. So I'm going to just complete my answers in here. Now I've just entered in the answers that I have for this particular task. Now this task itself was made up of two sections, one of short questions and one for essay questions. I've already put in my answers here, but I do have a couple more options now. I can change this to a heading just to make it stand out a little bit more and break it up a little bit. I'll change this to a heading as well. But I can also make things in bold if I need to, or italics, or underline anything as well if I need to in here. For this demo, I'm not going to do that, but you can see here I've got a list or numbered list of all my short questions. Then I've got an essay question done here. Of course, I could have done this in a document and then just uploaded that as a Word document or a PDF document. Or, like I said, I could have handwritten them and just taken photos of it and uploaded them in here. Another thing as well, if I'm on the mobile app, I can actually take photos directly in it. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and do all of the work directly in Nurture. So once we're happy with the work, whatever way we've done it, I just need to click Submit Work for this task. And I need to select how confident I was on this assessment. So this is just basically how confident the student was in their answers while completing this task. In this instance, I'm just going to select a neutral confidence and move on to the next screen. The next step is to add a personal comment for your teacher. Now this is optional. The student doesn't have to fill this in. However, we do recommend it. So this is an area where the student can complete almost a pre-reflection, where they can tell their teacher where they think they could have done better or how they got on with the task. And this is just a private comment that will go to their teacher. Nobody else will see it. So just in this example, as a student, I've just said, I struggled with the essay question on this because I was out sick when we covered this topic in class, but I enjoyed the short questions. But we have a number of prompts here that the students can use to help guide them what they, whatever they might want to put in here. So they could say, maybe the most important thing I learned was this, the way I learned was this, what I found difficult was, what I enjoyed the most was, and a couple of different ideas that they can use to start their personal comment in here. Once they're happy with this, they just click on Confirm Submission. And then the final step then is they've got a screen where they can review everything, so including their actual answers. If they've added any attachments, they'll appear here as well. They've got their confidence and they've got their personal comment. And if I want to change any aspect of this, I can simply click on the change button. It'll bring me back to that step. I can make a change if I want. So in this case, I'm going to actually change this to a low confidence. I can move forward. The personal comment is still there, but I'm happy enough with that. And once I'm happy with absolutely everything on this confirmation screen, I just need to click Yes, Submit Assessment. and this will be submitted to my teacher to review. And that's exactly how a student submits an assessment on Nurture or a task on Nurture. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us.